No Christmas song written in the past 3 decades has provoked the kind of response that Mary Did You Know. Buddy Green's simple and touching melody certainly deserves some of the credit for the song's popularity and acceptance, but most people who hear the song are drawn to the unique perspective found in Mark Lowry's dynamic lyrics. Yet this song's gift to the world might have been lost forever if a set of loving parents had not chosen to believe in the promise and potential God placed in their child. Mark started singing almost before he could learn to talk. As a preschooler, he was already belting out solos in grade school choir and was the lead in the Easter musical. Even though he constantly seemed to be in the school's spotlight and living in the perfect American family environment at home, there were rough waters and some tough times just ahead. Mark stood out in the teacher's eyes for more than just his singing. He was often a problem child in the classroom. During his first years of elementary school, Mark was diagnosed as hyperactive and placed on medication. At the same time, parents and kids started to notice that Mark appeared to be little more than an energetic klutz, an out-of-control mini tornado. Rather than allow their son to be sidetracked and dismissed as a hopeless cause, Mark's parents made sure that this curse was looked at as a blessing. They emphasized the positive. His parents assured Mark that God had a plan for his life, and his uniqueness was part of it. Instead of trying to make him act just like all the other kids, they allowed Mark to exploit his curiosity and his energy. He loved to perform, so they put him on every stage that would take him, everything from church programs to community musicals. Over the next few years, he cut inspirational albums with the likes of the London Symphony Orchestra and was so busy with his musical career that he had to finish junior high and high school via correspondence courses. In 1984, Mark's pastor asked him to write the program for the Living Christmas Tree Choir presentation. The group traditionally sang familiar holiday carols, so Mark's job was to write the bridges that connected one song to the other. It was while he was working on the project that Mark considered what it would have been like to be Jesus' mother. When I wrote this thing about Mary, Mark explained, I began by thinking I was interviewing her on the thoughts of being a mother to Jesus. A couple of the lines I wrote really stood out, like, when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. I just thought this needed to be a song. There can be no doubt that Mark Lowry was born different. The things that make him unique, his energy and his curiosity, could have held him back like so many others. He could have been forced to conform, to be like everyone else. Yet, because his problems were viewed as gifts by his parents, Mark thrived. Looking at the world through his unique, God-given perspective led him to think of one of the world's most familiar stories in a new light. Mary, Did You Know? A song like no other Christmas carol ever penned, written about a mother like no other, came from the hand of a man like no other.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy had come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sign kiss the face of God? Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know